What a dump.
There he is.
Mom! Mom! Where's Mom? Thomas! I don't want you. I want my mommy.
What are you doing?
Mom! Don't. I want to see Mommy.
No. Come. Oh, you little bit. I told you to stay in your room.
Mate, you get in a lot of trouble when you climb that fence.
Yeah, no. Shush, Thomas. We'll see, Mum, but just not yet. Come on.
I'm here, Mom! Mom! Mom!
Get off me!
Mom!
Baby! Get off me! I'm coming! Gil! I'm here, sweetheart.
I love you, Mom. Mom! Don't go again! Mom!
You bastard bullies!
Mom!
You shouldn't have run away like that.
But I want to see Mummy.
Promise Grandma you won't do it again.
Oh, can't we do something? I mean, the little guy managed to get all the way out here by himself. He just wants to see his mum.
Yeah, but they do have visiting hours, Suze.
I know, but he's already here.
It's a prison, Suze. People can't just walk in and out when they want.
Can we at least talk to them? I mean, look at him.
Poppy.
Yeah, all right. But they won't come at it.
We're very much in favour of encouraging family contact. But this is a prison, and there are strict visiting hours.
You can't make an exception just as wise.
I'm just the facility manager. I'm answerable to head office. They make the rules.
He's 6 years old. It's hardly going to cause a problem.
Come in. If it were up to me.
Gills, to see you, Mr. Neville.
If it's about her son, no.
Found this when I was cleaning.
How did it get into your section?
Well, I didn't bring it in, that's all I know.
Where, exactly?
In their love shack. And I don't want to be blamed for it.
All right, Gills. Your action will be noted. You can go now.
Wouldn't get many of those in here.
We turn up a few, but none like this. This could send out photos of the entire layout.
Well, someone smuggled it in then. Well, that's a reportable offence.
Well, it hasn't actually been reported.
Do you want us to look into this?
Absolutely.
You don't put too much credit on Gills.
Why's that?
Word is she had it smuggled in herself.
So, why would she hand it in?
Probably scared someone's going to dob her.
Which would affect the parole.
Exactly. Not too popular in here, I can tell you.
Really?
And they're scared of her. She's dangerous.
In what way?
Well, she says she's in here for setting fire to someone she didn't like.
Who?
Her husband.
The honeymoon suite.
Get used much?
Actually, not as much as you might think. Conjugal visits are a privilege.
When was the last time?
4 weeks ago. Look, I've been a correctional officer for over 12 years. I can tell you prisoners will say just about anything if they think they'll get a better deal.
Yeah, okay, but do you have any actual reason to think she was the one that smuggled the phone in?
Well, I can tell you who told me she did. Her soulmate.
Am I going to get into trouble for this?
Not if you tell us the truth.
We understand that you told Correctional Officer Stafford that Heidi Gills had the mobile phone smuggled in.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I didn't see her actually smuggle it in, if that's what you're asking.
Well, why did you tell her that she had?
Because she told me she was going to try.
What actually did Heidi Gills tell you?
That she was going to get her mum to smuggle one in so she could see a little boy on it.
And why would she confide in you?
She's my cellmate.
Do you often betray your friends?
There are no friends in this place.
We're finished with it for the time being?
Okay, Hugh, off you go.
She confirmed what you said.
Hewitt plays it fairly straight.
How long has she and Heidi been cellmates?
A few months. Is anyone prepared to share everything with us? Excuse me.
What's all that about?
Oh, she's setting me up. She knows I've got a parole board coming.
Make it worse for yourself, Heidi. Could have been on charge.
You ever had to attend at a prison before?
Yeah. Once.
Well, a friendly bit of advice. Never take sides between the prisoners and the screws.
It looked to me like the guard went over there to provoke her.
Yeah, but you don't actually know what was going on in there. It's outside your experience.
Right.
So what was that favour you wanted to ask me?
She's not a real creep.
I think trying to kill your husband still constitutes a crime, Constable.
Yeah, well, we don't know the circumstances that drove her to that, though. I mean, the husband could have been violent.
Yes.
Exactly, and that guard has got it in for her, not to mention the cellmate.
Susie, it's a prison. That's the way it is.
Boss, the suggestion that she smuggled the phone in herself, then handed it in, it's just ludicrous.
To get some brownie points for a parole board. It makes sense to me.
You don't think there's any value in the suggestion that Val Ferber might have smuggled his phone?
It would take a fool to hand in a phone that could be traced to her own mother.
Well, according to the visitor's book of the prison, Heidi Gill's mother was there yesterday, so she could have brought it in.
Do we know who actually owns the phone?
No.
Yeah, this is Constable Susie Rayner from the Mount Thomas Police. I need to identify the owner of a mobile phone. My number is 3515460017800508. I just don't like that Sonia Stafford woman. She's a bully.
Yeah, well, I'm not really sure about Heidi.
Uh-huh. Thank you. Anthony Beaumont. From round here, Flat Gully Road.
Beaumont?
You know him, boss?
Well, I know the wine.
Where's that Beaumont estate?
Yeah, not a bad drop.
Well, so who's Anthony? Is he the vineyard owner?
No, that'd be Peter. My guess is this is probably the son. The wine's just a sideline. Peter Beaumont is a QC.
Well, they don't sound like the sort of family that would be smuggling mobile phones into a women's prison.
And there's no Anthony Beaumont on the visitors list.
Don't often see police out here. What's the problem?
Oh, g'day. No problem. Just looking for an Anthony Beaumont.
That's me.
Oh, g'day. Is this yours?
Oh, that's great. I thought it had been stolen. Where did you find it?
It was handed in out of Wonga Wonga prison.
The women's prison? Well, how did it get out there?
Well, you haven't been out there recently?
No, never.
Not to visit anyone, or...?
Well, I don't actually know anyone in jail.
Right. Would you mind punching in your code just to make sure that it's yours?
Sure. I think someone stuffed it up.
Well, you sure you put in the right numbers?
Well, yeah, I'm positive. It's my father's birthday. Well, can someone change the code?
Not really sure, but we're going to have to hang on to that until we can be certain that it's yours.
I suppose I don't have much choice.
Yeah. Why didn't you report it missing?
Well, it's just a phone. I didn't think it was a police matter.
Do you remember when you last had it?
At the pub yesterday lunchtime. I left it on the bar when I was playing pool.
Which pub was that? G'day. Would either of you two be Quentin Bell?
Yeah, that's me.
Just a routine inquiry. Anthony Beaumont said we'd find you here.
Anthony?
Yeah, he's a friend of yours, isn't he?
Sort of, yeah.
He lost his phone in here yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. He left it on the table over there and someone knocked it off.
So you guys were playing pool together?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else around?
No, it's just the two of us. Anything wrong?
Enjoy your game.
Yeah, jeez.
Mrs. Ferber visited the prison yesterday afternoon. The phone went missing from the pub yesterday afternoon. Ferber is staying in the pub. She's got to be in the frame.
No, I wouldn't dream of doing something like that.
There's some suggestion it might have been so that Heidi could see pictures of... on the phone.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Who told you that?
That doesn't matter.
Was it that Warder? The one Heidi says always on her back?
That's information that we can't give.
Unless it's that awful woman she shares the room with. And where exactly am I supposed to have taken the phone from?
From in there, the public bar?
Well, there's your answer. I never go into the bar and I don't allow Thomas in there. I don't drink and I hate the smell. Why don't you ask the woman who runs the hotel? Oh, excuse me. Have I ever been into the public bar, Hilo? You tell them.
Not that I've ever noticed, no.
Thank you.
Then you wouldn't have any objection to us taking your fingerprints.
Oh, the people you should be talking with are the people running the prison. They're making Heidi's life a misery. It's criminal she's even in there.
She committed a serious crime.
That drunk, what he did to her. I would have burned his car myself and I wouldn't have stopped with the car. Come on, Thomas. We're leaving.
But we need to take your fingerprints down at the station.
That's just where we're going, young man, but not with you.
Hey, you two, what did you say to that woman who was in earlier?
Who?
Val Ferber. She was that worked up I could barely get any decent prints out of her.
She's just angry with the prison authorities.
Yeah, well, she was spitting chips.
She still believes that her daughter shouldn't even be in prison for what she did.
Val may have had the opportunity to steal that phone, but I don't believe she did. And you heard Chris.
Yeah, well, Chris doesn't see everything.
No, you reckon? Anyway, we'll soon know if Val's prints match any of the ones that were found on the phone.
Quentin, what's his name, confirmed that the phone went missing from the pub. Now, Val Ferber is the only one connected to both the pub and the prison.
Yeah, the only one we know of. And Quentin Bell said him and his mate were the only ones in the pub at the time.
Well, Quentin Bell? I wouldn't put too much faith in what he says.
What, you know him?
We caught him doing burnouts with a bunch of mates last year. Remember that, Ben? Yeah. Private school kids in a Jag they'd borrowed.
Oh, was he one of them?
Yeah, tried to lie his way out of it.
Was Anthony Beaumont one of them?
Dunno, maybe.
I think you'll find they went to school together.
What's his
Bell's had a big place up on the hill.
Okay, we'll be down straight away, thanks. It's a car on fire in Murray Street.
Excuse me. You okay?
Sonia.
Didn't have time to get my stuff out before the car went up.
That needs attention.
She did this. I want her charged.
Who?
That bitch Heidi Gills.
How could Heidi Gills set fire to your car?
There are ways, believe me.
But she's in prison.
A perfect alibi, isn't it?
Okay, assuming that she didn't get out of prison, do this, and then let herself back in afterwards, what makes you think she would have something to do with it?
You saw her attitude.
That's hardly enough to base an accusation like this on.
She threatened me. You saw her. She hates me.
Is there any particular reason?
Because I'm a screw. As far as Heidi Gills and her mates on the outside are concerned, there's nothing that could happen to me that would be bad enough.
So what was this mysterious favour you wanted to ask me?
Oh, it doesn't matter now.
Oh, must have been something.
Well, it was more of a proposition, really.
Oh.
I've been invited out for dinner tomorrow night to that Greek restaurant in St. David's.
The one that we didn't go to?
Yeah.
Oh.
The thing is that I'm supposed to bring someone.
What are you asking me?
It doesn't matter. I'll find someone else.
No, I'd love to come.
Yeah, well, it's not a date, you know. It's like a social obligation. And my brother's friends are paying.
Oh. Well, a freebie. Even better.
Do you think I'd have been so public with my feelings towards her if I'd intended to torture Carr? I'm not that stupid.
No, but you are a very emotional person. The crime that put you in here tells us that.
Is she saying I somehow got out of here, set fire to a car and then got back in again?
I don't think anyone is seriously suggesting that.
So why am I being questioned about it? I suppose I arranged it through my vast network of criminal contacts.
Well, it is obvious there's bad blood between you and Miss Stafford.
We did see you threaten her earlier today.
Well, you know what? I'm glad someone burned that bitch's car. It couldn't have happened to a nicer person. But it wasn't me.
Absolutely impossible. There is no way.
If someone did get a mobile phone.
We're talking about a person, not a phone. I've had the tapes checked. No prisoner left this facility over the past 24 hours.
It's okay, Jen, leave it.
The electronic security here is state-of-the-art. Nobody moves without us knowing.
Do you know of anyone who may have a grudge against Miss Stafford?
You mean a prisoner?
Yeah. Is there any history we should know about?
Sonia Stafford is an excellent correctional officer with a very good work record.
Yeah,
She's always
that's not-
prepared to do double shifts when
Mr. Neville, that's not what I asked.
In this business, resentments do develop. I know she's had trouble with Gills, but then apparently everyone has trouble with Gills.
So Heidi's a bit of a Houdini, is she? She can walk through walls.
Well, she didn't need to get out herself. She could have organised it from the inside. All she'd need is someone on the outside who's willing to do it.
There's bad blood between her and Stafford. We've seen it.
Yeah, but we don't even know what that's about.
What about the mobile phone? Could those two things be connected?
Well, it's possible.
That could be payback because Sonia accused Heidi of smuggling the phone into the prison.
Yeah, it seems unlikely, but we just don't know.
What's the grandmother like?
Pain in the ass.
She is concerned for her daughter.
And she hates Stafford.
Well, there's your person on the outside.
Look, I'm pretty sure she was in the parlour at that time with her grandson.
And she had Thomas with her all the time?
There was no one else to look after him.
Well, she'd hardly take a 6-year-old with her to incinerate a car.
Mount Thomas 900 to Mount Thomas 208.
208 receiving. Go ahead, Ben.
A Mr. John Neville at the Wonga Correctional Centre asked that you call him urgently. He's reported an incident involving a prisoner.
208 proceeding. May as well move into that, sure.
Rhonda tipped boiling water on me.
There's a bit of a scuffle in the laundry. An accident.
All right, Heidi, tell me what happened.
Just a bit of name calling and it got out of hand.
Were you there, Miss Stafford?
No, I arrived just after.
Did anyone else see the incident?
Look, I just want to get through my parole board hearing, okay? I just want to get out of here.
I think this woman needs to go to hospital. Her arm needs proper attention.
I'm sorry, it'll be a bit tricky. There are security implications. I'm accountable.
Do you have medical staff on site?
Only limited first aid. Well, I suppose if you can guarantee she'll be secure.
Yeah, we'll make sure of it.
Very well.
We'd also like to see Rhonda Hewitt before we leave.
Would you get Hewitt, please?
Certainly.
These things happen.
She's lying.
She says that you threw boiling water over her.
I did not throw it. It was an accident, and it wasn't even boiling.
Okay. Did anyone else see what happened?
Probably.
Well, who?
Well, I know Big Meg was there.
Surname?
I think it's Paulson or something. Everyone just calls her Big Meg.
All right. Anyone else?
A few of the others. Look, she's always running off to dob the girls in.
So you're saying there was no fight?
What fight? That's just Heidi crapping on as usual. No one likes her. Ask any of them.
Always blaming each other. Look, I know you think Gills is hard done by. That's just not the reality. I'll take you to the hospital now, Gills.
I'll have the lamb, thanks, Chris.
Yeah,
me too.
and I'll have the same with the Greek salad.
Oh, Susie's taking me to that new Greek place out at St David's tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, it's not a date.
Can you watch the clock, please?
Yeah, no worries, love.
Come on, I think you've had enough. Off you
No,
go.
we haven't finished that
Time
game
to go.
yet, all right?
Lunch.
Come on,
Out of here.
No, we haven't finished that. Come on. Tell me what to do, mate. Tell me what to do, mate. Hey.
Get out!
Can't even have a little bit of fun anymore, can we?
Get out!
All right, we're going. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Trying to impress Susie before the big day.
It's not a date. I'm just a handbag.
I hate this place. If your parole board goes okay, you might be out of here real soon.
Maybe.
You got a welcome back. Isn't that a bloke?
Having a bit of fun, huh?
We have a secure facility here.
So how did you get in? What are you doing here, mate?
I don't remember. I passed out.
Hey, you want to do this down the station?
I don't care.
What do you got there, Quentin? Huh? Ah.
You're studying photography, are we? This looks a lot like your face to me, Quentin. It's quite abstract. You're a pretty talented photographer, aren't you?
Who's the woman?
She a friend of yours?
No, not really.
Not really. But these were taken inside the prison, weren't they?
So it was a conjugal visit.
With someone you don't know.
You are allowed to have sex in prison. That's not illegal.
No, maybe not. But breaking into one is, so how did you get in?
What's the arrangement, Quentin?
There isn't one. It's just a bit of fun.
Oh, a bit of fun. All right. Well, who's organising this fun?
I don't know.
You must be pretty desperate for a woman.
I'm not desperate.
How did you get in?
Someone must have let you in.
I didn't see anyone. The doors just opened automatically.
All right, well, how does it work?
You pay your money, you get the word, and you turn up the time you're told.
You can't be serious. You mean to tell me this is some sort of regular night out?
It appears to be what's happening.
Someone's actually running sex tours into the women's prison.
It looks like it.
How are these people getting in?
We don't know.
Well, who's behind it?
We don't know that either.
Well, has Quentin Bell been charged?
He won't name names.
He has been charged, unlawful entry into a prison and trespass.
Oh, that'll really scare him.
That's the best that we could do.
But the security of the jail has been totally compromised.
That's right.
Then that should be our first concern. I don't want escapees running around all over the landscape.
I've put in place a full review of our security procedures. And there's a crisis team flying down from head office.
And we'll be pushing on with our investigation in the meantime.
And you'll have my full cooperation, of course. I mean, this is a catastrophe for me personally, as well as for the company.
No bonuses here, eh?
Don't joke. The system is supposed to be fail-safe.
Okay. Is there any way at all that the system could be overridden or bypassed?
Well, only in the event of something like a fire. You have to be able to release the locks to get people out in an emergency.
And how's that done?
There's a code which you key in, but it's automatically changed every 36 hours.
Well, who has that code?
Only the facility manager. That's company policy.
So you are the only person who could have deactivated the system.
Well, no, I have to delegate the authority when I'm not on duty.
Oh, you give the code to someone else.
Yes.
And what about last night?
I wasn't here last night.
Well, you weren't here at all.
Not after 6.
Can anyone vouch for that?
I would have been monitored leaving.
If the system was working properly.
Which seems to be the issue.
So who'd you give the code to?
And you didn't switch off the security system at any time last night?
No.
So it was on all night?
Well, obviously not.
Well, have you got any idea how it failed to detect an intruder?
Did detect him eventually.
After he'd been in there all night.
Having sex?
Look, this company, it's run by accountants. They like to think they can run a prison with hardly any staff. They just whack a few cameras and sensors all over the place and think he'll do the job, but it stuffs up.
Well, how often?
Regularly. It's a software. There are glitches in it. We all know, we just keep quiet.
And they haven't done anything about it?
They've had people crawling over it for months. Still riddled with the same problems.
Well, what about last night?
Off air for about 2 hours.
When?
Between 3 and 5. Well, that's normally not a problem because it's the middle of the night and most people are asleep.
So this bloke could have just walked in?
That's right.
And he wouldn't have been seen?
Do you know how many people were on duty last night? 2. Me and 1 other. Can't be everywhere.
2 hours, huh?
If Quentin Bell could wander in, someone could just as easily wander out.
Sonia's allegations about Heidi torching her car are sounding less ridiculous by the second. Are you aware of people coming in here at night to visit women? Have you heard any rumours about the prison security system?
Sometimes it just goes down.
So this is common knowledge.
Well, we all know when it happens, because suddenly the correctional officers are walking around instead of sitting in their little room watching the monitors. But that doesn't interest me. When I walk out of this prison, I want it to be legally. See this? I don't want it to be my face next time.
If you help us, we can support you at your parole board.
I'll take my chances on my own, thanks. I've learned my lesson. And you can't protect me 24 hours a day.
Okay, let's forget about the arson for the minute and concentrate on the sex. Now, Heidi Gills and her cellmate, could they be involved?
Well, we can't establish that from the photos.
What about this? I mean, you can store pictures of Ness.
Didn't he say the code was his dad's birthday?
Could you put your security code in again for us, Mr. Butler?
Sure. Still the same problem.
Can I have a go? What's the number?
8-12-53.
Oh, I think I put a 9 instead of an 8. Oh, it's working. Must have got it right.
Great.
Yeah. I was never any good at remembering birthdays either. Birth certificates are good for that.
Hey, do you mind scrolling through the stored images for us?
I didn't take any of these. They must have been taken by whoever stole it. These are disgusting.
Hey, go back one. We know that face. Want to tell us about it?
You can't get around this one, Rhonda.
So, I had sex with some guy. That's what the CV unit's for.
If any money changed hands, you could be charged with illegally providing sexual services.
Big deal, I'm in here for prostitution.
So don't make things worse for yourself. Who organised it?
I didn't. I was forced into it.
Well, who by?
It's not worth it. If I tell you that, I'll get bashed.
Rhonda, just give us a name.
Heidi.
Heidi Gills is part of this.
She's the ringleader.
Is that what the phone was for? Contacting the customers?
I'm the one that handed in the mobile phone.
Yeah, well, maybe that was just a way of covering yourself.
I handed it in because I wanted to stop this brothel they're running in here. And for that, I got boiling water thrown over me.
Who is running it then? Heidi, who are you frightened of?
Listen, we can offer you protection. I can call my boss, get you transferred to the police cells out at St. David's.
We can guarantee your safety.
But you can't bring me back here like you did last time. If they know I've been talking to you, I'm dead.
If who knows?
I'm not saying any more until I'm somewhere safe away from here.
Okay.
Will this affect me getting to my parole board hearing today?
Don't worry, we'll get you there.
You sure she's not just offering to cooperate in order to improve her chances of parole?
Well, she may be. But she's our only real source.
We'll have to get approval from the Justice Department.
How quickly can we do that?
Do you believe she's in danger?
Yes, I believe she is.
Well, I'll contact them now.
Okay, Heidi, we know men are getting into the prison and women are providing sexual services to them. Have you seen this happening?
I know it goes on.
Do you know who's involved?
Yeah.
Can you give us names?
Rhonda Hewitt lines up the women, and Stafford lets in the guys.
Sonia Stafford, the correctional officer?
Yeah.
Together with your cellmate?
Yeah. Rhonda wanted me to have sex with these men. I told her I'd rather die.
So who lets these men in?
Well, I don't know exactly. All I do know is it happens only when Sonia Stafford's on night shift.
Who else is involved?
A number of the girls got into it.
For money?
They get extra privileges. And it's a big power trip for Stafford and Hewitt, too.
What about the facility manager?
He wouldn't have a clue what was going on.
Can anyone else support what you're saying?
They could, but they won't. They're too scared.
Right. So it's your word against theirs.
Isn't it always?
Well, I know who I believe.
Jones?
Oh, I don't know, boss. It's a can of worms. Everyone's got reason to lie.
Well, you're certainly going to have to interview Stafford now.
We'll go bring her in.
Hang on. Are we really ready for that? She's hardly likely to fall on a sword at the word of a prisoner.
She's pretty tough.
So let's just keep our powder dry for the moment, eh?
Just got a call from the hospital. They've got what looks like a nasty assault. The victim didn't want to contact the police for some reason.
G'day. Anthony, what are you doing here?
Broken arm.
And how'd you get that?
Well, that's my business.
If you were assaulted, it's a police matter.
Well, then I wasn't assaulted, okay? It was an accident.
How'd it happen?
I forgot.
It's convenient.
I've got nothing to say.
Well, perhaps you'd like to tell us about the sex tours.
I don't have to tell you anything except my name and address, and you already know those.
Yeah, and your dad's birthday, but don't worry, you'll know plenty more soon enough.
I didn't call you, all right? I don't need you. Just piss off.
Well, as long as you feel safe, Mr. Beaumont.
So you think he might have been one of these sex tourists?
He claims his phone was stolen, but we're not so sure. I think he accidentally left it behind when he was out there and he's been bashed to stop him talking.
Then why would they break his arm to keep him quiet?
Hardly likely to be bragging to his Queen's Counsel father about sneaking into women's prison for sex.
Unless he was involved in organising his sex tours, that's why he was bashed.
Well, if he is in on it, who would know about it?
Anthony gave you that, did he?
No.
So how'd you get it?
I bumped into a cupboard door.
I see. You didn't get it when you assaulted Anthony and broke his arm?
I didn't break his arm.
So, how did he break it?
I don't know.
Quentin, you're in this up to your ears. This is all about the sex business, isn't it? So who are you protecting? Or do you want to wear this all by yourself?
Why should I? I'm not the organiser.
So who is? Does the name Sonia Stafford ring any bells?
Who?
Quentin, you're not doing yourself any favours here.
Well, he's scared, Anthony's scared, and Heidi Gills is scared.
So who's in a position to scare all of them?
Sonia Stafford.
What, could she physically break someone's arm?
Yes.
Yeah, but this is bigger than one person.
Or Quentin Bell.
That's not smart enough.
But he was inside the prison.
And dumb enough to get caught.
Anthony Beaumont. Now, why is he so paranoid?
Well, we've been assuming that he's scared because he's been intimidated, but maybe that's not it.
The mobile. How does that fit in?
Isn't it for some pervert to keep a record of his sexual exploits?
Maybe, or maybe it's something else.
Like what?
Okay, look, I want to set up a sex tour business, right? I need to advertise, but I can't put the ad in the local paper.
But I can email images with my new phone.
And send real-time prison porn.
There'll be a record of emails sent on the phone.
And I think we've got enough to get Sonia Stafford in there.
Look, I can see where you're going with this, but you're wrong.
Well, we have a statement saying that you organise these tours.
No prizes for guessing where that came from. Look, Heidi Gills is involved with these people. I got my car torched by them, remember?
So what did you say was done by someone involved with the sex visits?
Because I was trying to stop it. Yeah, I knew people were getting in.
You knew?
Well, I suspected. Because of the way the system kept malfunctioning.
Did you report it?
Of course I did. I wanted it to stop.
What happened?
Nothing.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, it does if the person you reported it to is the one organising it all.
You knew that people were coming in having sex with the prisoners.
No! I did not know that. That is an outrageous accusation.
But you did know that the security system was failing on a regular basis.
Yes, but there was nothing I could do about that.
What are you talking about? You're in charge of the facility.
That doesn't mean I can do anything.
Surely it's your responsibility.
Yes, but the expense of constantly getting people in to try and fix the problems with the security system meant I was way over budget.
I mean, surely your main responsibility is to secure the prison at whatever cost.
Yes, but my job is to stay within budget.
Right, so people were free to wander in and out as they like.
Oh, I'm a line manager, not a prison warden.
Right. Right. So, how does Sonia Stafford fit into all this?
She saw the spot I was in. She made me an offer. She said she would personally guarantee the security of the jail.
How could she possibly guarantee that?
Easily. The women are scared of her. She has an army background. She understands discipline. I had every confidence in her.
And what did you offer her in return?
I gave her a free hand.
To run a sex ring?
I didn't ask. I didn't want to know.
Yeah, Sonia's...
I've worked through the list of emails with attachments sent from Anthony Beaumont's mobile.
Any luck?
Yeah, 2 people admitted responding to unsolicited pictures and a message asking if they were interested in some action.
And take up the offer?
No.
And why are you looking so pleased with yourself?
Well, I just called the Army Services Investigation Branch. Do you remember that John Neville said that Sonia Stafford had an Army background?
Yeah, so?
Well, she's still a member of the Army Reserves. And guess who else was a member until only a couple of months ago when he dropped out?
My phone was stolen, I told you that.
Right, well, we have 2 people saying that they got sexually explicit emails from your phone offering them sex for money.
Well, obviously the emails were sent by whoever stole it.
Well, we have reason to believe that your phone was never stolen and that you left it at the prison yourself.
Well, that's not true. I've never been into the prison.
Do you know Sonia Stafford?
No.
So you deny being in the Army Reserves with her? Mr. Beaumont, stop with the lies. We've got enough to charge her. We know that you ran the whole show.
Look, if Stafford's saying I'm the organiser, she's lying.
Right, so you cooked it up together.
No, it was her idea. She came to me.
Go on.
Well, she organised the women and I got the punters and we split the proceeds 50-50. And after I left my phone in there, she said I was going to be 75% to her.
Right, so what was your response?
You burned a car, didn't you?
And she broke your arm.
Well, she also threatened to send photos to my parents. I want a lawyer.
Do you want us to call your father?
No.
Well, he's going to find out sometime. I do advise you to cooperate.
I just had a call from St David's. Heidi Gills has been taken back to Wonga Prison for her parole board hearing.
It's not till 3 o'clock.
They had a call saying it had been moved earlier.
From who?
Sonia Stafford.
Oh, where's Sonia?
I've lost my job.
Where is she?
Move it! Move!
Get off her! Sonia Stafford, you are under arrest for assault, false imprisonment, and that is dismissed.
You had a clean record in the prison service for years, so why would you get involved in a sex ring?
You got to move with the times, don't you?
Do you?
Wonga's not a prison service anymore. It's a business, and everyone was making a profit.
Everyone except you.
So you thought you'd come up with your own little cash-making scheme?
Women didn't mind. They were happy to make a bit of cash. It wasn't for that interfering slag Gills.
What, so you tried to kill her?
I tried to make her see reality. Money rules inside as well as out. Now I suppose Anthony's daddy's going to get him off too.
Well, the justice system doesn't actually work like that, Sonia.
You don't reckon?
There's someone here to see you.
Mummy!
Mummy's coming home, baby.
Look at you.
Oh, yeah, just going out to dinner.
Yeah.
Is Susie here?
You finally got a date with her, did you?
No, it's not a date. I'm just doing her a favour.
Jonesy, my brother's friends just called from Kite and the car's broken down. They're getting towed back to Melbourne.
Oh.
Yeah, I've cancelled the restaurant.
Ah, that's a shame. I was looking forward to a bit of plate throwing.
You look great.
Oh, thanks.
You know, we could have dinner here.
Yeah, I could get Vinny to do you some bread and dips if you like.
What do you think?
It sounds good.
Table for two, but no plate tray.
Hey, I thought you guys were supposed to be in St David's.
It's been cancelled.
Oh, right.
Oh, well, join us. Yeah.
After you. What a dump.
There he is.
Mom! Mom! Where's Mom?
Thomas!
I don't want you. I want my mommy.
What are you doing?
Mom! Don't. I want to see mommy.
No. Come. Oh, you little bit. I told you to stay in your room.
Mate, you get in a lot of trouble when you climb that fence.
Yeah, no. Shush, Thomas. We'll see Mum, but just not you. Come on.
I'm here, Mom. Mom! Mom! Mom!
Get off me!
Mom!
Baby! Get off me! I'm coming!
Mom! I love you, Mom. Mom! Don't go again. Mom!
You bastard bullies!
Mom!
You shouldn't have run away like that.
But I want to see Mummy.
I promise, Grandma, you won't do it again.
Oh, can't we do something? I mean, the little guy managed to get all the way out here by himself. He just wants to see his mum.
Yeah, but they do have visiting hours, Suze.
I know, but he's already here.
It's a prison, Suze. People can't just walk in and out when they want.
Can we at least talk to them? I mean, look at him.
Poppy.
Yeah, all right. But they won't come at it.
We're very much in favour of encouraging family contact, but this is a prison, and there are strict visiting hours.
You can't make an exception, just as wise.
I'm just the facility manager. I'm answerable to head office.
He's
They
not-
make the rules.
He's 6 years old. It's hardly going to cause a problem.
Come in. If it were up to me.
Gills, to see you, Mr Neville.
If it's about her son, no.
Found this when I was cleaning.
How did it get into your section?
Well, I didn't bring it in, that's all I know.
Where, exactly?
In their love shack. And I don't want to be blamed for it.
All right, Gills, your action will be noted. You can go now.
Wouldn't get many of those in here.
We turn up a few, but none like this. This could send out photos of the entire layout.
What, someone smuggled it in then? Well, that's a reportable offence.
Well, it hasn't actually been reported.
Do you want us to look into this?
Absolutely.
You don't put too much credit on Gills.
Why's that?
Word is she had it smuggled in herself.
So, why was she handed in?
Probably scared someone's going to dob her.
Which would affect the parole.
Exactly. Not too popular in here, I can tell you.
Really?
Women are scared of her. She's dangerous.
In what way?
Well, she says she's in here for setting fire to someone she didn't like. Who? Her husband.
The honeymoon suite.
Get used much?
Actually, not as much as you might think. Conjugal visits are a privilege.
When was the last time?
4 weeks ago. Look, I've been a correctional officer for over 12 years. I can tell you prisoners will say just about anything if they think they'll get a better deal.
Yeah, okay, but do you have any actual reason to think she was the one that smuggled the phone in?
Well, I can tell you who told me she did. Her cellmate.
Am I going to get into trouble for this?
Not if you tell us the truth.
We understand that you told Correctional Officer Stafford that Heidi Gills had the mobile phone smuggled in.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I didn't see her actually smuggle it in, if that's what you're asking.
Well, why did you tell her that she had?
Because she told me she was going to try.
What actually did Heidi Gills tell you?
That she was going to get her mum to smuggle one in so she could see a little boy on it.